Trump has formally showed it together with his presidency. XRP holders are going to be getting extraordinarily rich in 25. You're going to want to listen to what's occurring here. The preferred financial system, Trump mainly, the crypto military, the whole thing, RLUSD. Yeah, there is lots of really wonderful things which can be going on right here proper now that you definitely want to be aware of. Now, first, I want to point out that much of the global economy out of doors of the United States is panicking proper now. You see that China just announced that full-size economic stimulus is coming in 2025, inclusive of elevating their deficit. And presently, elements of China's real estate sector are down 80% from their high and are at 2008 ranges. Now, the USA is genuinely following a similar trajectory to where it was in around 2006, earlier than it had its mega rally accompanied by means of the big crash in 2008 as properly. And that is an absolutely exciting region to be whilst we have an entirely new asset magnificence. This is organizing itself within the market. And so right now is absolutely the high quality time to set up yourselves in cryptocurrencies, which might be going to be round here for the long term, in my point of view. Because these ones are the ones which can be going to emerge following this crash with a purpose to probably be someplace around the stop a subsequent year. And yeah, that is something that we clearly want to be organized for, because we can also buy a lot of property for a big sale right now, but greater on that later, because what we have a high quality 12 months in advance of us. Okay. Then the subsequent 12 months is still more than 365 days far from nowadays. And throughout 2025, we are going to see probably one of the craziest rallies of our lifetime. There's some of extraordinary motives for this. But first, I want to speak approximately BlackRock due to the fact they were posting, talking, interviewing, and simply citing Bitcoin so much as of these days. And it is in reality just blowing my mind what those humans are pronouncing about it. Because Larry.Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, has traditionally been anyone who has spoken in opposition to cryptocurrency as a whole. Pronouncing it became a scam, money laundering scheme, you name it, fool's gold, he even stated on an interview. But now that is what he's saying. He says that BlackRock says up to 2% of Bitcoin allocation is reasonable variety. In different phrases, they are pronouncing all people need to have about a 2% Bitcoin allocation. A few humans should have plenty extra. Larry.Fink also went directly to evaluate Bitcoin with the Incredible Seven, with SpeakMe, approximately Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, all of the pinnacle technology corporations. He's announcing that Bitcoin is at the identical gambling subject as those men, NVID, IA, all of them. That is insane. And it additionally makes plenty of sense considering how massive Bitcoin is these days and what sort of it is able to grow. I do think, in all honesty, that Bitcoin is in a league of its personal in contrast to different conventional asset lessons like stocks. Bitcoin, I see it as a strategic reserve asset, something that human beings can place their cash into with a clean knowing of what the supply goes to be the following day or the day after that. There's going to be no surprises there, and that's certainly precise for human beings, which are disturbing about their financial system absolutely collapsing like what we're seeing here in China. And so, yes, I do assume that Chinese people are going to be going crazy into cryptocurrency very soon, no longer because they need to, but because they need to because of this big stimulus that China announced. Historically speaking, each unmarried time that China has put in economic stimulus into their financial system, it has ended in an unmarried day big gain on the stock market, followed by means of a massive unload at the stock marketplace. It's basically a pump and sell-off scheme. With the aid of the Chinese authorities, and I assume that the best individual that's going to be hurt right here is the average patron. Chinese billionaires, they may be K. Chinese millionaires will likely also be doing quite suitable, but the average operating elegance Chinese citizen will need and get away, and that breakout can be cryptocurrency. Now, speaking of that, I want to talk approximately Trump, particularly due to the fact he has been getting interviewed lots as of lately. He did simply also ring the New York Stock Exchange bell at some stage in its establishing hours. And he became just interviewed by none other than Jim Cramer, which all of us understand the inverse Jim Cramer index, but I simply need to expose you guys this clip, actual brief, as it's pretty thrilling, concentrate, up monogamous. Here we cross, certainly we've got to say, the market investments USA. Properly, I suppose you can see a few superb days in advance, plenty of incentives are going to take delivery. If you saw the day before today, $1,000 million investment that we give you, very fast approvals, no person's come up with that one, but even though it appears quite easy. I think you may have a few brilliant days ahead. We ought to conclude more than one bad wars which can be occurring. A number of horrific matters are taking place, however. We will get them achieved. Do you observe that we're in a state of affairs wherein in business might be far greater embraced underneath you than presently properly? I don't in reality not concurrent, but I can inform you more than that each time everywhere inside the history of our country. That's quite bullish. More than any time anywhere within the records of our country, he's announcing enterprise goes to be booming. But he has additionally been pronouncing a lot approximately cryptocurrency particularly. Okay, Donald Kopp was quoted as pronouncing we are able to be doing something extremely good with cryptocurrency. So his management isn't always just making plans to make a clean regulatory framework for cryptocurrency, but now he's additionally teasing that his management is going to do something with cryptocurrency. Now, if they are going to do something with cryptocurrency, I imagine they may be going to be using one of the US primarily based groups due to the fact it is also something he has been speaking approximately a lot in a variety of his pre-inauguration speeches that he's been having. He's pronouncing we are going to absolutely incentivize and work with American-based toady crypto companies. We're going to make crypto tax-free, all of these outstanding matters, so we without a doubt need to consider this. He's saying he is going to be doing something extraordinary with crypto, being quoted as saying that. He's speaking about all of these things. This is after he won the election. This man is going to get inaugurated regardless of what at this point, so there may be nothing to lose or gain with the ADA saying this. I do assume that RLUSD launching is virtually exciting at the moment. I do suppose that RLUSD is going to be running without delay with the Trump administration. Also thinking about, Brad Garlinghouse has recently spoken with Trump. It's beginning to appear in an increasing number of bullish. Now, we don't have any way of 100% confirming this because this data is not public yet, but all we recognize is that things are looking exquisite for the ISO-owned family, humans that are compliant inside the United States presently and are based totally inside the United States currently. You want to get involved with the one's crypto initiatives, particularly if they may be constructing technology that are first-rate. XRP, XLP, XLM, HBAR, XDC. They're all examples of that. Now, with that being stated, although it's not just the USA of America that is going very seasoned crypto here, we're also seeing the virtual pound basis tips at a tokenized pound on the XRP ledger as nicely. And why no longer? I suppose the XRP ledger will have the tokenized US greenback, RLUSD. All of us understand that already got regulatory approval. We're going to look the British pound, we are going to see the euro, we'll probably even see the Chinese yen or yuan, and the Japanese yen and the Korean currencies as properly. They're all large markets now in the XRP army, and it simply makes experience to have a strong coin in every of those jurisdictions. And right here's the deal with that, men, okay? All of those locations, all of those places, they're going to be using the XRP ledger a ton. And a path, whether they're using the strong coin or XRP, they're going to be processing quite a few transactions on the ledger with the intention to actually make XRP loads more deflationary in an effort to have a fee impact if all of these huge markets come on. Now, for those of you guys who do now not know what deflationary way, that basically means that a touch bit of XRP is burnt on every unmarried transaction. This helps negate unsolicited mail transactions on the community, but additionally makes XRP technically deflationary. And so the complete idea right here is, if we've got all of these multi-trillion-dollar markets transacting in the trillions of greenbacks at the XRP ledger properly, it's miles actually going to make a sizable impact at the supply of XRP, and we are in all likelihood going to appear even extra big deliver shock than what we have already seen to date. And this is also extremely thrilling information as nicely. I suggest the British pound is top-notch. The US dollar we are talking about, of the most important economies in the international already. I mean, we just need China, Japan, South Korea in this bandwagon, and we're ready to take over the globe. And so for this reason proper now, men, I do think that there are a few surely brilliant opportunities inside the marketplace.